I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Juro fidelidad a la bandera de los Estados Unidos de América y a la república que representa una nación bajo Dios indivisible con libertad y justicia para todos.
Good morning, Jaguars.
Today is March 3rd, 2020.
Jags, cold and flu season is here. Please take extra measure to keep yourself healthy and prevent the spread of illness by following these basic hygiene practices. Wash your hands with soap and water for at least 20 seconds as often as possible. Remember, 20 seconds is the amount of time it takes to say the ABCs. Use alcohol-based hand sanitizer if soap and water aren't available. Limit physical contact to fist bumps and elbow bumps. Cough and sneeze into your elbow or a tissue and not into your hands. Use a tissue on your sleeve to open doors and try to avoid touching stair rails. Carry tissue and hand sanitizer in your bags. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, or mouth. Do not share food or drinks. And if you are sick, please stay home.
March 24th is the last day to purchase your yearbook. Students that do purchase a yearbook will be invited to a yearbook signing party on April 27th in the main cafeteria. Donuts and refreshments will be provided. Recently, I did an interview with Ms. Critchfield. Here's that interview. All right. Hi, my name is Roman Mares, and I'm here interviewing Ms. Critchfield for Jaguars for Positive Change. How are you doing, Ms. Critchfield?
Hi, Roman. I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing good myself. So, what inspired you to make a club like Jaguars for Positive Change?
Well, one of my historical heroes is Gandhi, and one of his quotes really resonated with me, which is, "Be the change you wish to see in the world." And so I decided that if I really believed that, then I needed to walk the walk and try to help create more positive change than just being a teacher. And trying to help my students see that their actions can help make the world a better place.
Okay. What did you do initially for Jaguars for Positive Change, like at first, when you first started it?
When I first started it, we only had 7 members. And when they came on our first meeting, I put the question to them: what is it that you see in your community that you would like to change? And I told them, next meeting, come back and give me the answer. So the next week's meeting, we were kicking around a couple different ideas, and then one student, said that, one of the things that she was having a hard time with was finding opportunities to do community service, because most places require you to be either 18 years old or accompanied by your parents, and most of my students, their parents work, 1 or 2 jobs, and, they don't really have the time to go and do a community service project with their student. So we decided to focus on doing community service, and we looked for opportunities in our community to go and help out. So at that point, Sergeant Rioloba, who's now Representative Rioloba, helped me out a lot with finding some events that we could do, working with neighborhood cleanups and helping out the elderly and the sick with cleaning up their yards and those kinds of things. So that's how we started off, and students will bring in their ideas as to what kind of community service they would like to do, and different projects that are available, and we put it to a vote. It's a very democratic group. We vote on everything. It's like, okay, do we want to do this? Are there enough people that want to do this? And if there is, then we go for it. And if there isn't, then we don't. So it's really organic, and I like that students contribute their ideas to how to make the world a better place. And one of the things that we don't do is fundraising. And that's because I'm trying to show people that sometimes problems can be fixed just with your time and your effort. And so, it doesn't always take money to fix the world's problems.
Ah. Okay, my next question here. What makes students interested in joining this club, just like from your point of view?
Well, from my point of view and from feedback that I've had from my students is, one thing is most students get involved because they need community service hours for college applications and for getting into like honor society and scholarship applications, those kinds of things. But once they get involved, then they find that doing community service is actually very rewarding, and we always have a lot of fun. When we go out and we work out there and we work hard, we do a lot of different things, neighborhood cleanups, we do trash pickups, we do tree planting, trail building, we've done so many different kinds of projects in our greater community, and they find that when they're working on these projects, they have a good time, and they're also learning how to do things, and they're learning about their environment, and they're learning, how to use a power tool and how to build a fence, all these different kinds of things that they may never have been exposed to before. So they get excited. Some of our most favorite events are working with the Valle de Oro National Wildlife Refuge, and so we go out there and help them with a lot of events, and they students always love going down there, and I can't tell you how many students have never walked along the river. And so when you take them along the river and they're like, wow, this is so cool. It's like, yeah, it is, this is where we live. And so I feel like it helps them plant roots in our community and feel more connected to it.
Yes. Ooh. So, how do you make positive change like outside the club?
So for myself, I work on things, I always recycle and, buying local and organic and helping out. I'm a member of the Albuquerque Wildlife Federation, and we do environmental rehabilitation projects. So, I have a variety of different interests outside of work that also hopefully are creating positive change.
Ah, yes. Why do you think people don't think of the environment when like throwing like trash on the ground, like they just don't even think about a bin, they just throw it there?
I think it's laziness, honestly, and thoughtlessness. People don't think about the impact that their actions have on the greater picture, so, and that is one of my frustrations with all the garbage that I see thrown around and left around, and I just don't understand why people want to have a filthy environment, and why are you sticking your gum under the desk, and why are you spitting your gum out on the floor or the ground? There's a garbage can right there, so really it's just being thoughtless and lazy, in my book, anyhow.
In what ways can other students encourage their peers to pick up their trash and simply put it in a bin?
Well, you don't have to call people out in a bad way, but you can say, hey, dude, there's a garbage can right there. When you're with your friends and things like that, you see them do it. If you just let them, if you don't say anything, then you're giving your approval for it. And so really, we need to, call each other out on it and say, hey, man, there's a garbage can right there. Check it out. And maybe joke around with them about it or whatever, but let them know that's not okay. But we all have to pitch in together to make it work.
Okay. Lastly, what's something that you say that inspires others to make a positive change to the world, whether that be planting a tree or pick up trash?
I don't know. I've always been, all about just do it. If you want to do something, then do it. So that and probably about, being be the change you wish to see in the world. I'm always, that's sort of like our motto for our club. So, I don't know otherwise.
Thank you, Ms. Critchfield, for the lovely interview. Important information for seniors. Seniors, graduation is coming soon. Be sure to purchase your cap and gown from Campus Specialties as soon as possible. Stop by the activities office if you need more information.
Seniors, be sure to prepare for graduation by paying your fines and fees. Stop by the school bookkeeper during lunch before or after school to find out if you need to pay fines in order to walk at graduation.
Congratulations to our boys basketball team. They defeated Cleveland Saturday night, head into the state tournament as the district tournament, as well as the regular season district champions. Way to go, Jags. See you at state. These have been your morning announcements with
Robin,
and Roman.
here at Etrisco, where every day is an aha moment.
We're proud to be Jaguars. Let's make it a great day and
go
go Jaguars!